Thank you for watching. This is Command Decisions by Trails of Doom. Okay, this is part 2 of the Command Decisions video series, and we're playing at Paintball Country, and I am back here in the woods, hiding out right there, and we have to take these trailers by the end of the game. Whoever controls the trailers at the end of 60 minutes wins the game. Now I lean forward onto this bush in front of me, thinking that there's a branch right there that I can lean on, and I fall. And then the guys saw me fall, and they saw the bushes move, so they're firing on the left up at the top where I just was, not realizing that I'm now laying on the ground. So they unloaded on those bushes and totally missed me. But I was able to see him now. I'm laying on the ground, and I can take him out. Now their ref that can tag them back in is right inside the trailers, right in the middle there. So they get shot and run in there, and he tags them right back in. You get 3 lives, 3 punches on your punch card before you have to go all the way back to your base and get a new punch card. So I nicked that guy, just barely got him. There he goes, he gets tagged back in. Now I can see right in this left trailer, and I can see in the right trailer from this position. But it's really hard to get clean shots off. You saw I had to take quite a few that last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to... There's not many guys left on this side, and I'm really getting antsy. I'd really like to get into the battle more. Take him out. Ooh, nice Spidey. When you're playing in thick woods, I mean, you're just going to get bugs. That's just the way it is. I try to spray myself down with off before I play every time, especially on your neck and stuff, to keep the ticks down and things like that, 'cause that can ruin your day. That would have been an awesome ZoomCam shot, but that goofy leaf is in the way. That's the thing, when you're playing with a zoom camera, it's a little bit lower than the barrel, so you might be able to see perfectly through it, but below it, where the leaves are, they pick up on the camera. And you don't know until you get home and watch the footage. Now,
you guys want to clear this building?
a big section of my team is behind me, and then to my right. And so when you're playing general, what you have to do is you have to talk those guys into doing the stuff that needs to get done. So we're probably 35-40 minutes into the game so far, and it's time for me to start pushing up and trying to get in these trailers, because the more that I do that and more that I show running up there, the more my guys will get the courage to do the same thing, because they'll see me doing it. So I'm going to do some kamikaze runs, just because to get guys to follow you, that's the best way to do it, is to lead by example. So I go for it, and I know I'm going to get shot, I know I'm going to get taken out, but I've got 3 lives before I have to go back to the base. So I would rather get in the fray and actually do some damage from up close. To me, it's a lot more fun. So I move up, I see this guy in this window popping out, and he ducks back in, so I crawl up and get up as close as I can. This is a good old-fashioned belly crawl here. And it was really humid that day, so I'm using my fan, so I'm lit down to 1 audio track, and my ZoomCam mount shakes the camera and makes a little bit of noise, so I have that one turned down some too, so you don't hear it moving around as much. But see how I can see both those doors? If anybody sticks their head out either one of those doors, I'm going to pop them. Of course, what I didn't expect was what happened. And that's the thing about paintball. You've always got to be prepared for whatever could happen. Keep your peripheral vision going. Don't get focused on one thing. Keep looking left and right and focusing on everything, the whole big picture. So I'm watching and watching. I'm watching those windows, waiting for somebody to pop out so I can snap them off, and nobody's doing it. And then all of a sudden I see a foot, and I'm like, oh, he's behind that door. He's right behind that door. So I shoot and take his foot out, and he hops. And then runs back and tags back in, because their rep is right there to tag him back in. But it makes them nervous to mess with this side of the field. And that's key. If you can get the other team scared of a certain position, that's great. Now see, there's a guy right down there. I'll shoot him. Shoot the next guy, and the guy inside the trailer reaches out and just plasters me. He shoots me a couple times, point blank. So he can't tag me back in because he's the ref on the other side. But always walk through and see what you're up against. Because as soon as I tag back in, now I know where they are inside that base.
You got inside?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can tag me in.
Wherever one of your reps is at.
We just have to control it at the end, right?
Yeah, you have to have glue inside the trailers.
Alex did a really good job setting up this scenario. It was probably the most fun scenario I've played in a long time. And the reason why is it was broken up into a bunch of little tiny games so that you could follow along. You know, you could come in at any time and you would know what the particular challenge was for that particular game, and it made it really fun. As a scenario guy, I love this type of play where you have objectives and you have to do things based on the clock, and you've got to do troop movements and get your guys in there. I've got 3 different groups of teams attacking. Now I'm on the far left side. I'll tag back in, and this side has a group from SAS and some other guys, and you see the guy right in front of me laid down. I mean, they are in here thick. So I'm just moving over into this side, running as close to the front as I can get, just to show those guys, hey, we can get up there and get in here. Let's get a move on, because you know we're down. It's probably 15 minutes left in the game, so we really got to start getting some stuff going. Because at the end of the game, at the end of 60 minutes, whoever has those trailers gets the points. That guy was sticking his head out the trailer, and that was a bad idea. But that's what's fun, is they can't see as well as we can because we're outside. They're only looking through that little tiny window, and I can sit there and pop right in the window over and over. So every time they stick their head out, I'd shoot a bunch of paint at them, and they would duck back in and stay in for a while. So that guy shot me off to the side, and he lit me up. And he'd been lighting people up a bunch, so I fussed at him as I walked out.
You shoot my paw, you shoot me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times? Come on, man. You're better than that.
Sometimes just saying something like that will get people to think, oh, maybe I shouldn't keep firing after I shot somebody out. So I'm going back in. I'm all the way around on the left side now.
Alright, I'm ready.
The guys are wanting to do a rush.
You guys ready?
Here we go, rushing in. Everybody's shooting and running in at the same time. It doesn't look like it, but we are really close to the trailers. They are right in front of me. That big honeysuckle bush right in front of me makes it look like it's a lot further away, but we're probably only 60 feet away from it right now. Now, if you notice, my apex tip is curved to the right, and that's so I'm hooking shots around stuff at this point. With that amount of brush in front of me, I can actually curve the paintball around, and it makes it really helpful when you get in close quarters and you're trying to shoot around a wall to get people that are back behind it, because I can actually curve my paint around. Now, obviously, you don't want to do that if you're not used to it, but I've been playing with the apex long enough that I'm used to that type of thing. I like being able to hook it real hard right. See, there's guys behind the walls up inside the trailer, and I can shoot around and inside back where they are and hit them. I took a guy out right there, you can't see it, and that was by hooking it around. It's a very effective way to play if you know how. Now again, I'm showing my team. Get up there and get in it. I shot the guy that was in the window on the inside, and he shot me as well. And the funny thing is, our paint broke midair. See it? We hit each other's paintballs midair. Now here's our ref. This is the guy that can tag us back in, so he actually punches me. As soon as he punches me, I'm live again. So I'm back in the game right now. He's like, where do you want to go? I'm like, right here. So we go back a little ways.
Yeah, he's it, bud. Hey, bud, stay where you're at. Do you have a card left upon?
And I'm like, well, I'm good. I'm back far enough. I'm going right back where I was. Now I'm just shooting to keep people's heads down. I've got a lot of players behind me. I'm trying to get those guys to move up, and my team leaders are doing the same thing. They're telling their guys, move up, move up. So we're surrounding this whole one side of the field, and with the amount of people that are behind me right now, it should be fairly easy for us to take these trailers. It's just going to take one big push. So my goal is to keep pushing right up at the front. And taking guys out, because it makes my team behind me realize, oh, if he's up there doing it, we can go up there and do it too. And that's how you get people to follow you when you're playing as a general. You have to get in there and do crazy, stupid stuff so that your guys look up and see, oh, there's the Trails of Doom guy. He's up at the front. He's our general. Let's go up there with him. And that's how you get guys into the battle. And it's really hard to do it from behind, telling them to go do this, go do this. It's much easier if they see your back up there and you're unloading on the trailers and think, oh, I should get up there where he is.
Move up, guys! Center window!
Now in this game, gun hits don't count in the woods at Paintball Country. So if I get hit in a second, I'm going to get hit in the gun, and that doesn't count. That's why there's paint on my ZoomCam. Actually, my lens of my ZoomCam has paint on it. That's why I don't have any ZoomCam footage right now. So I'm shooting a lot of paint, but I've saved paint for this whole game, and waiting for the end. And this is pretty much the end. There's less than 10 minutes to go, and I got one finally up in the window.
Alright, you're good.
So the closer you get to the end, they're probably running out of paint because they've been shooting all game. We've been reserving.
Call it!
I got another one.
Oh, that sucks. Hey!
Yeah, so he hit me right on the zoom
Gun
cam.
hits don't count.
But again, gun hits don't count. But then he got me in the arm.
You got
My arm was sticking out a little far. Always keep your elbows in, guys. Guy behind me got it too.
Out! Where's out?
So I need a new punch card. That was my last life. So I go back to the main headquarters. I'm inside the safe zone here, so I have my mask
Go down the
off.
trail, go left, and push in on that outer edge corner. There's a whole bunch of guys over there. I've gone into the trailers on that side 3 times already.
So that's the first game. We got 1,000 points out of that game, and I'd like to thank my team and SAS and the guys that busted their tails to actually pull off. The red team had the trailers the entire game up until the very end, and then we just stormed in and took all 4 trailers and got all the points for the game. So we made it you know, they held it the whole time, but we took it at the very end when it mattered and when the points were handed out. And that's scenario play. You've got to play to the game, not play to what you think is beneficial. I mean, it did no good for us to go in there and take the trailers right off. We were better off surrounding it like we did, and that's what made it an effective game plan. So thanks again for all my players that played for the blue team. I really appreciate you guys' help. And thanks to Paintball Country for putting on a great scenario this year.